when you walked into the office day one, what did you have in your mind, like, we need to change this as soon as possible?
Well, mentality was probably the first thing that we needed to change. We came off, we got hired, and Amber, my wife, and my girls, we all flew in and walked into the office the very first day, met, nobody was around. It was over the winter break. And, you know, you hear about 70 to 7, right? That's what you hear in the interview. And you hear about, in the first press conference, you know, you're not an Arizona guy, right? So how are you going to know? And where'd you come from? And, you know, you're considered a vagabond assistant coach, right? You're just been assistant coach at a lot of different programs. So what is going to qualify you to turn our program around? So I thought two things had to change. Number one, we had to fully invest ourselves in the community. And we needed to become an Arizona person, an Arizona family. That our community in Tucson felt like this guy's invested in us, not looking for the next job. And then the second thing that had to change is our team had to believe that we're not defined by past scores. And we're going to be defined by how we take this program moving forward. And those were two huge challenges.
If you want to take ownership of your health, try AG1 today and get a free 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 free AG1 travel pack with your first purchase by going to drinkag1.com/nextup. The really interesting thing when I think about Arizona is the challenges and the strengths that come with where you're located, right? You have an amazing recruiting base with some of the best skill position players in the country out here. You got Arizona's become like a quarterback capital. You got tons of big-time recruits, but you're also competing with everyone coming here to recruit because a lot of the transient families. What's the recruiting strategy on, one, keeping kids home in Arizona, and also having to compete with Michigan and Penn State and USC? All these schools come here to recruit now.
Yeah, well, I think it's twofold, right? The first thing is assistant coaches like to go on vacation in Arizona. So everybody wants to recruit Arizona, right? I mean, if you're from the Northeast or the Midwest and you're out in winter recruiting, where else do you want to go for a few days, right? So now everybody knows our secrets. They all know that we got some really good players in the state. The second thing is, you know, you get into that discussion of, do you build a border? Do you build guardrails around your state and try to keep people away from it, and, you know, make a huge sales pitch about staying home? I think what it comes down to is that what makes Tucson special is that we're in a college town, in a pro state, and we're in a college town in a state, as you mentioned, that everybody wants to be a part of. So it's very transient. People are leaving California to move here. People are leaving other cities to move here. But in the world of NIL, in the world of being able to market yourself as a student athlete when you couldn't do it before, you really should want to avoid pro towns. You're not going to be able to put your face up there against Devin Booker's face in a car sales ad, right? They're going to pay Devin. They're going to pay Kyler Murray. And you go through the whole process of wherever you're at. If you're in a place, you know, LA's got a lot of people to put on billboards, right? Prior to, you know, a corner from a university. But in Tucson, we are the pro team. And we are the team that everybody knows. And you're the football team, the basketball team, or the softball team of U of A. And that's a big deal. And so what I felt as if when we're trying to keep people in state, especially the high quality players, they have to understand what is the value, you know, of your name, image, and likeness. And what is the value if you could actually be successful in a college town in your home state. And that's, I think that has brought a lot of success for us.